Hello and welcome to the 2021 school year Title IX training. My name is Adelita Shepard. I am the Family Engagement and Compliance Coordinator here at Destinations in Colorado. I am also the named Title IX coordinator here. So if you do have any questions after this training, please feel free to reach out to me. There will be a short training survey after this presentation. So please take that to satisfy the federal requirements of this training. Do appreciate that. There are also resources at the end of this deck, which you will be provided to do some additional research on your own regarding Title IX if you do choose. Let's go ahead and get started. What is Title IX? Title IX is a federal law that prohibits any educational institution that receives federal financial assistance from discriminating against students or staff based on their gender. So Destinations has some commitments to provide to our community at large. We are committed to providing an environment that is free from all forms of sex discrimination, including sexual harassment. We will do so by addressing all complaints regarding all forms of sex discrimination and sexual harassment. What do these commitments mean at Destinations? One of the meanings is that we will name a Title IX coordinator. I've already introduced myself. And then we will also provide this information about not discriminating against race, color, national origin, or sex at the end of every email communication. I know most of you have this already contained therein. However, please note that the previous address was misquoted. It is 8601, so please make sure and make that change if you do already have this in your signature. If you don't, please add it. Commitments continued. Destinations will respond promptly and effectively to any grievance that is filed. We will also take action if we know or reasonably should know about possible sexual harassment or sexual violence, and we will promptly investigate. If a criminal investigation takes place, that does not relieve the school of its duty under Title IX to resolve complaints promptly and equitably. This is because the criminal investigation does not reach into the school system to provide an education plan, and that is what our goal is through this grievance system. Harassment defined. Sexual harassment means conduct based on sex that satisfies one or more of the following: a conditioning education benefit or quid pro quo, any unwelcome conduct that is offensive, that is effectively denying a person equal access to the school's education program or activity, or sexual assault, which includes dating violence, domestic violence, or stalking. It is required by the federal government that Destinations provides a policy against sex discrimination, that we create a formal complaint so that those who wish to file a grievance may do so, and it requires us to pen out the Title IX grievance procedures that we have in place here at the school. Once you receive this deck, you will be able to explore these documents. They are all hyperlinked, and you will be able to have access to them. At Destinations, after a grievance is filed and a decision is made, then there will be an education amendment schedule. So this may mean that we would alter class connects for those students involved. A test site may be reassigned to them, or a field trip may require additional chaperoning. Our step-by-step process will be determined based on a preponderance of evidence when gathering information. So Destinations chose to provide clear and convincing evidence that is greater than 50% of the evidence presented that tells the story in order to judge the grievance. Step 1 is to file the formal complaint. The Title IX coordinator will be in communication with those involved in the allegation to give them the complaint forms and the policies, and also to ensure the other parties are notified of any claim against them. Step 2 involves the head of school. The head of school in this instance would be considered the investigator. The investigator will have an opportunity to view the parties' evidence that would be in full disclosure to each party. So there is 10 days when a party will have an opportunity to provide evidence to support their story. A second 10 days will be when each party has an opportunity to review the other's information and provide any dispute. At that point, the investigator will then hand over all information to a decision maker. At step 3, the decision maker, who would be an impartial staff member. So if this is an incident involving students at the high school, we would involve the academic administrator at the middle school and vice versa. So at this time, 20 days have passed, and we are now looking at the decision maker to provide a decision based on the allegations so that an education plan can be constructed to provide a fair and equitable education for all parties involved. That's the goal of Title IX. If there are any questions, please do let me know. We do have an exit ticket. Here is the short survey. So when you do receive the deck, please click here and it will take you immediately to the survey. Here are some outside resources that you may use and peruse at your will. Thank you so much for your attention to this Title IX training. Take care, everyone.